Hey all. So we freaking did it. We got him. I'm just I'm so happy about this. So yeah, my first arena grind in over 3 years. I actually went back and checked. The last one I did was when Captain Marvel movie came out, which was in March of 2019. So 3 years and a month. The first one I've done in over 3 years was a success. I placed 84th out of 100 with a score of 67.7 million. It says win streak 27 there. The actual streak was somewhere north of 700. I don't actually know, but it was 301 the first time I lost my streak. It was 380 something the second time, and then 27 there. So somewhere over 700. I was distraught enough the second time that I lost my streak that I just didn't notice the number. So that's all I can give you there. But somewhere north of 700 rounds of arena, 67 million, and it was a success. I didn't spend any units other than to turn recoil on at the very beginning of the grind and to turn it off at the end, which is a total of about 120. But no refreshing at all. I did boost quite a bit. I opened, I think, 450, somewhere in that neighborhood, of the greater arena boost crystals, which is mostly for 4-star boosts, honestly. Gives a decent number of 5-star boosts. And then I had 5-star and 6-star boosts maxed out from opening the Supreme Solo crystals, just as I do, because I tend to open those periodically for boosts for war. So that was kind of my strategy for this. To go over whether that is applicable to your account, I am just going to give some benchmarks here. First off, I have 116 6-stars, or now I have 117. But when I started this grind, I had 116. I have 181 5-stars, but the important numbers there are that I have 48 rank 5s, which I ran as teams. I have 24 rank 4s. I now have 27 because I ranked 3 more up during the course of the grind. I was running those primarily with a single rank 4 paired with 2 rank 1 5-stars, and I will come back to that part. And then I have 12 rank 3s that I was just running in teams with themselves. I also have 44 rank 5 4-stars, which was more important than you might think. I think it was actually kind of interesting the way that all worked out in this, because I have been on the record that I do think, even in the basic arena, it would be better if 6-stars gave a little more points just to reflect larger rosters. But at the same time, I did benefit a bit in this arena from the current point structure just because of how old my account is. I know people with almost as many rank 3s as me who actually have more 6-stars, but dramatically fewer ranked up 4 and 5-stars. Because they just started playing competitively later than I did. And so I do think that was very important to me. To kind of go over why, I did use all of my 6-stars every time they refreshed, which I believe I ended up making 7 rounds of them. I ran the 6-stars twice on Monday and Monday night, twice each on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then once again on Thursday morning. So for a total of 7, and I went all the way through my 5-stars. I did not manage it 10 times, which I know is the dream. 2 on Monday, 2 on Thursday, 3 times each on Tuesday and Wednesday. I think I got through them 9 times. I was grinding enough, I may have lost track of 1 or 2, honestly, but I just did not have time, given where I went to bed on Wednesday night, for them to refresh on Thursday morning. And that is what it is, that's okay. But I think I got through them 9 times, and then I honestly didn't go through the 4-stars every time. That started on Wednesday when I started boosting them, because they do not give a lot of points on their own, but if you have those greater arena boost crystals like I do, You can open those and get 2 times and 2.5 times boosts for your 4 stars, and then they're actually a really big deal. That brings them roughly on par with 5 stars, and I think they were responsible for a good 3-4 million of my total, including another million Thursday morning when I had already run through all of my 6 and 5 stars, because I actually lost my streak as I was trying to use my last 5-star team. And so then I had to switch over to my unranked 5 stars, or my unleveled 5 stars, and then I built my streak up, taking on even some deathmatch teams with the 4 stars. Because the thing about 4 stars is that unlike underleveled 5 stars, they're usually all max sig. They're great champions. It's a lot easier to win fights with them, and if you can boost them to the point where their points actually matter, they can be a really important part of your grind. Now, on the subject of losing my streak, let's go over what is and what is not safe based on my experience. For one thing, I would recommend you roughly keep the rarities segregated. So run your 6 stars in teams with 6 stars. That seemed to be running into a lot fewer difficult fights for me. Whereas mixing 6 stars and 5 stars, just doing autofill without filtering by rarity, I was running into a lot more all rank 4 teams. I was winning, but it was dramatically slowing me down on Monday. So I would recommend that you, like I said, filter and stick to 6 stars in one spot, 5 stars in another. Now, when I got to the end of my 6 stars, the last 2, I would run those together. It was 2 rank 1 6 stars with a single either 4 or 5 star to finish off the team. That was fine. It was just something about like running the mixed teams that was just making the fights harder. Not impossible, but slower, and that's not what you want on an arena grind. You're going to be spending enough time playing as it is. But every 6-star team was safe because they have high enough PI. All of the rank 5 5-star teams were safe. I also boosted those a fair amount. Those gave really solid points. Only the 1.5 boosts for those, but still very helpful. When it came to the rank 4s, as I alluded to earlier, for these I was running a single rank 4 5-star with 2 rank 1 5 stars. Fully leveled on all of them, but that was mostly safe. Both times I lost my streak. Actually, one of them, no. One of them I did mess up, and I thought that my high PI Ebony Maw, because I was running Recoil and Mystic Dispersion, I thought he was a rank 4. Thought he was safe. I was wrong. Lost the streak because I ran into a deathmatch and wasn't able to salvage it. The second time I actually was using a rank 4 and 2 rank 1s, but still ran into a deathmatch. And that happened earlier, and I was able to save it. So when you get to some of your lower PI 4 stars, like for me, it was getting into like Hulk as a rank 4 5-star, I'd suggest when you start getting down there in the prestige, just stop using them. And start running your 4 stars, start running your rank 4 5 stars as teams as you start to get to the bottom of them, just to be safe. And then you can also run your rank 3 5 stars in teams of all that, and that's also safe. And then, like I said, I never had any issue with maxed out 4 stars. So those were kind of the basic things I did. I ran all the way through the 6 stars. I auto-filled through my rank 5 5 stars, auto-filled through my rank 3 5 stars, actually had to pay attention to the teams when I was running through all of my rank 4s and pairing them up with rank 1 5 stars, and auto-filled through my 4 stars. And I didn't boost it all on Monday or Tuesday. Started doing that on Wednesday, did a bunch of it on Thursday, and that got me to this score. Additionally, I was already at about 500,000 battleships. This grind brought me up to 800,000. I opened those and got 1,725 units. I'll show the screenshot here, but there are visual bugs with that, and so it looks like I should have actually gotten 2,800 units. I'm used to visual bugs when crystals get opened, so it is what it is. But hopefully going over the breakdown of the size of my roster, what rarities I have where, and how I approach this gives you an idea of what your own roster is capable of. Because this was difficult, but again, I didn't spend any units. This was with 0 refreshes. This was only with boosts that I had accumulated from just playing the game casually over the last, I mean, in this case, several years. But you could still get a lot out of boosts if you did this a little more regularly. And I did have breaks. I was not playing nonstop. I played a lot, but there were stretches where I had a few hours, like I was able to do dishes, take a walk, like actually live a little bit outside of Arena. And so this was manageable. It threw off my sleep schedule a little bit, I'm not going to lie. I will be going to bed on the earlier side tonight and sleeping very soundly. But it wasn't that bad. I even had somebody say on the stream I did after the arena was over, why don't you sound more dead? And I think it's just because it was manageable. And so if this is something you're considering, if the basic arena or even the feature arena, if it's a lesser wanted champion, is something you're considering as a way to build out your account without spending money in some part of the year where you have the time to do it, then I would cautiously recommend it. But go over your account, head to Incursions, which is where I have the screenshot of how many 6 stars and 5 stars I have, or count them up manually, I don't care. But go to Incursions, check the size of your roster, count how many actual rank 5 stars you have, how many rank 4s you have, how many maxed out 4 stars you have, because those numbers are actually more important. And then consider how many 6 stars you have, because as long as they're leveled, they're safe. Compare that to what I did, compare that to my number, and you should get a pretty good idea of what you can do vanilla. And then if you want to refresh from there, obviously I would recommend boosting before refreshing to get the most out of it, but you can make that call as necessary. Hope this provides some insight. I personally am absolutely thrilled that I was able to do a free arena grind, basically. The only times I've ever done this in the past, I have refreshed, and I think I have needed to. And this time I didn't and was still successful, placing 84th out of the 100. So, yeah, just completely thrilled, and I hope this helps you out. So, until next time, thanks so much for watching, and take care.